Welcome again for our fourth meditation practice today. And so we're going to kind of figure out ways to incorporate our whole body in our meditation today. And so yesterday's class, we were talking about the saying, when you walk, walk, and when you eat, eat. Well, today we're going to do the walk part. We're going to talk about that. And so one of the things that I did want to kind of just bring up before we actually kind of get started with some of our actual little meditation stuff is walking meditation. And so it actually has a long history. So people would go on pilgrimages and walk. There's some of them where in cultures they like walk around the whole base of a mountain as part of a pilgrimage type thing. And so when you do a walking meditation, you want to just kind of, no electronics. You want to just kind of be in the moment, be present, and you want to walk slowly. So just kind of pace yourself. Don't rush it. This isn't power walking. You're not hurrying along. But speaking of the wedding, that was the example that I use is how to walk, is that when you're in a wedding and they're teaching you how to walk down the aisle and you're supposed to go real slow and bring one foot up and then step that out, do a nice slow measured kind of thing. And you can use just your favorite park. Maybe if the weather's really crummy and it's difficult to walk. A lot of cities, I know here in Cleveland, we have some beautiful public greenhouse. And it's not the kind of greenhouse you go shopping. It's a display greenhouse with beautiful tropical trees, and one room has like a desert landscape. So find a place that you can walk around for a few minutes. No talking, just to yourself, quiet. You can walk with others, but y'all kind of just walking quietly. And another quickie, and I listed it on the resources on the schedule that was sent out with the email, is using a labyrinth. And that's like it looks kind of like a maze, but it's not. There's a difference. But there's a thing that I give you the link for called the Labyrinth Locator, and you can find a labyrinth anywhere in the world. There's plenty of them up there in your area. I looked. I suggest if you use that to put in the zip code to try to find one, and then how far away you're willing to go. I tried doing it with cities one time when I was first using it, and it's very difficult that way. The zip code works great. They're everywhere in the world if you're traveling. There's even one in Kazakhstan, of all places. So a labyrinth, difference between a labyrinth and a maze. So a maze, it's corn maze season. They have dead ends where you get lost. A labyrinth just leads you directly in. They're frequently a spiral. The oldest ones, some of them were like Roman times. They found them in Native American sites here, old Celtic sites. It's got a long practice, but you go direct. So you just follow the spiral or whatever it is very directly. There's one in Chartres Cathedral in France that was built in the year 1200, and it's actually built into the floor tiles. It's part of the church, and there's a lot of copies of that one in churches here. Public gardens have them. A lot of hospitals are putting them onto their grounds. So find a labyrinth and try that for a walking meditation. And now I wanted to talk a little bit about a type of body scanning that I use. And we're going to do the final relaxation that like I do at the end of a yoga class. And everybody loves that. I think for a lot of people, that's the best part of yoga class. But, and that's a body scanning. And I also, and this I actually learned about in a book on coaching cross country. I'm a runner, I do it. Not great necessarily, but it talks about using body scanning when you're trying to just find areas you're tightening up when you're running. And you can use it walking, on the elliptical, anytime. I use it when I'm having a difficult patch and having a hard time. But it also, when you do it, I'm going to kind of explain the technique of, there's like 3 little things you say to yourself about each body part. So I do those from, I start at the top, I do it the way they suggested. So I start at the top of my body and just kind of name parts. So I'll go head, jaw, neck, shoulders, down all the arm parts, and then you go to your chest and back and belly. So you just kind of scan through all the parts of your body. But these 3 statements, I learned this when I was getting my yoga training. And so you want to give yourself these 3 statements. There's psychological studies that show that this actually helps you mentally and in your body kind of believe it and actually incorporate it when you use these statements. So the first statement is an order. So you always do this in the 3rd person. So you say you, not I or me. So it's like this outside voice telling you to do this. So you'll say, you relax your head would be the first one. And then the next one is like an active statement. So you would say, your head is relaxing. And then the 3rd statement is a statement of completion. So you would say, your head is completely relaxed. And you'll notice this when I'm doing the final relaxation. But you go through. So then it's like, relax your jaw. Your jaw is relaxing. Your jaw is completely relaxed. So you go through each one. When I get down to my toes, I just start over again at the top of my head. So maybe if you're, like I say, having a tough time when you're in the middle of a workout and it's not going, you want to quit or something, I would say this might be a good way to add that meditation practice into kind of that, involving your whole body and just kind of going inward and just being in the moment, being present. So our final fun part is we're going to get to do our final relaxation. As I said, everybody loves this one. So find a way to maybe sit or lay down comfortably. You can use this to help you fall asleep. And in fact, this is another technique that the military has been teaching military personnel how to relax themselves and fall asleep in tense situations. So if you're sitting, just on the floor like I am, just let your hands relax. If you're in a chair, I'm going to pretend I'm in a chair. So maybe just kind of have your feet a little wide in your chair. Oh, there we go. Dancing with the sunlight again. And here we are. So a little wide in the chair. If you've got arms in your chair, you could just rest your arms on the chair or on your thighs, in your lap, some kind of comfy way. And the other option, of course, if it's available to you and you've got a mat or a bed or your couch or something, you can stretch out the way we would in a yoga class. I'll get this out of my way. So in that case, you just let your legs be spread wide and you stretch out nice and flat. Your arms are going to rest out away from your body a little bit here, maybe 40 or 45 degrees. And for all of these positions, I want you to roll your palms so they're facing the front of your body. So in this case, on your back, they're facing the ceiling. If you're seated, again, let them face front. And the reason I have you do that is just because it naturally brings your shoulders back. It's, all right, here we go. I've got the wiggles trying to get in the picture. So it turns your arm in your shoulder and just naturally brings your shoulder back into a relaxed position. So let's get going. So find your comfortable position. Start to breathe in and out of your belly. Close your eyes. And I want you to relax all 10 of your toes. Relax your feet and your ankles your calves, and your shins. Relax your knees and your hamstrings and your quads. Your legs are relaxing. Your legs are completely relaxed. Relax your glutes and your hips and your abdomen. Relax your rib cage and your shoulder blades. And relax your spine all the way down to your tailbone. Your torso is relaxing. Your torso is completely relaxed. Relax all 10 of your fingers. Relax your hands and your wrists and your forearms. Relax your elbows, your biceps, your triceps, and your shoulders. Your arms are relaxing. Your arms are completely relaxed. Relax your neck and your jaw and your tongue. Relax your eyes and your eyebrows, and relax the space just between your eyebrows. Relax your forehead. Relax the back of your head, and relax the crown of your head. Your head is relaxing. Your head is completely relaxed. Allow your body to melt into the floor. Allow your body and your mind to be still. And now gently begin to bring your awareness back into your body. So wiggle your toes and wiggle your fingers. Slowly, gently turn your head from side to side. Rock your legs from the hip side to side. And your arms from the shoulders, side to side. And now reach your arms overhead. Stretch all the way from your fingers down to your toes. And if you're laying down, you can bend your knees and maybe roll to your side to come up. And coming to whatever comfortable position works for you. Thank you for joining me for our little final relaxation today. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, replay this when you need it. And thank you so much for joining me.
Awesome. Love this one today. Thank you so much, Orva. And everyone that's on or listening after the fact, we have Orva coming back next week on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Same time, so 12:30 to 12:45. And this time she'll be teaching a 15-minute yoga class. So we'll be sending out an email later today with all of the topics of yoga, but keep coming back and see you all next week.